let's try that. Okay, so sorry if you can see me like 100 times on various different screens. I'm not sure what I can do about that, probably nothing. So I wanted to try this because I thought lots of times I'm talking about showing you stuff on my screen and on my phone, and you can't see it very well. So Monday night's training, I was trying to show you things on the screen on my phone, and we couldn't really see it very well. But now I thought, well, you can screen share from your Zoom on your phone. So the one that's got me with my drink in it is a story that I just mock recorded earlier, so that I can show you how to do captions and edit them and move them around and make them bigger and smaller on your stories on your phone. So some of you do this anyway. If you're not, I would highly encourage you, when you're doing talking stories, to put captions on there, and to take the extra couple of seconds to make sure that they're in the right place, that they're not covering up your face, that they've got the right font on, that they're the right colour so you can read them, etc., etc. Because, as Amanda will know, because Amanda has been doing my video content training, if the vast majority of people, think about what you do, and that you're the same as probably the vast majority of people, watch things without the sound on. So if you've got no captions on your stories, then they're going to have to turn the sound on to be able to hear you. So the default position on most things is to have the sound off. So people watch it on the car, watch it at work, watch it on the bus, in the gym, and they don't necessarily want the sound on. So you give yourself a much better chance that somebody's actually going to interact with your stuff if it's got captions on it. So I wanted to show you how to do that and how to move them around and how to edit it. Because if you have a funny accent like mine, Instagram doesn't always understand what you said. And if you read the captions, I think, I didn't say that. So you can edit them to make the word what you actually said instead of what Instagram thinks that you said. So I want to show you how to do that as well. So hopefully we've got like 5 minutes and you'll just learn a little bit, and then it's just a question of going away and practicing a little bit doing that. So on the screen, you will see a little story on my messy desk of a little story that I did earlier. So pretend you've just recorded yourself talking on Instagram. So that's where we're up to. You have to do this on Instagram, by the way. You can't do it on Facebook. So have them linked and it will automatically go over onto Facebook anyway. So what you can see now is the bit of me, the story that I did. And I'm going to show you if I can. I have to move my... what have I done there? Okay, got it. Hold on, sorry. Right, I need to move my screen. Right, so... that's interesting, my little all right, okay, so now we can do it. So you see now at the top of the screen, there's a little smiley face with a kind of a bit turned up at the bottom. When you click on the little smiley face on there, it'll come up with loads of different options like that. Is this working? Oh, I'm very excited. That's good, isn't it? That's better than trying to show the screen on the camera thing. So it'll come up with all of these different options. I'm not going to go through all of these right now, but I think on these calls, if this works, I will pick a few every now and again to help you to use, because they're really handy. The one we're going to use right now is captions. So the second one down. Now, if you've only just started Instagram, you might not have captions yet, but just keep using Instagram and it will show up eventually. Keep updating your app and stuff like that, and it will show up. Most people will have it. So you want to click on this one here that says captions. And it will automatically do that, which says transcribing audio. So it's going to say that. So this is a really short one because I didn't want to do like a long one. So don't worry if it takes a little while. Sometimes it depends how long the thing is. So this is just the little one that I recorded just before I jumped on. So you can see there, it just does an automatic default to look like that. So you can see what it's recording. If you have the sound on, which I don't, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have a quick look at that now before I do anything. And I would say, right, make sure that that actually says what I think that it said. If it doesn't, so let's say it says, I don't know, something different. Let's say one of those words is wrong. It's not what I thought. It's not what I actually said. And it says something different. The way that you could edit that, so it says what you really said, is if you click on the words themselves. So I'm just going to tap the words and it'll come up like that. So all I did was tap on the words. And then I can move them up and down like this. So let's say I want to take the out, for example, right? That's all. I didn't say that, or whatever. I literally just, I want to change that to, I want to change the word hope to the word have, just for example. It's not going to make any sense when I do that, but let's just say that's what I wanted to do. I can click on the word hope. Can everybody see hope on there? And it will, oops, unfortunately, show you my picture if we don't want. So let me just move that out there. So then it's going to highlight the word that you've just clicked on that you want to edit. Is everybody with me? Yeah, it's going to highlight the word. So I wanted that to say have, not hope, right? So I'm going to just literally delete using the little backwards thing and write in the word that I want it to say. It is as simple as that. So click on the words, find the word that you want to change, and then delete the little bit and write in the word that you want. And then you just click done. And then when that's, you can double check then. So with me, I just double check and make sure as I'm talking, I'll have a quick look. So the sound would be on, you'd be able to hear what you were saying. So I'll have a quick look and I say, yeah, everything else is good. So if everything else is good, I'm going to click on done on the top right-hand corner. And we're back to there. So that word now in here should change to have there. So you see that where it says have instead of hope? So it's just changed that word to what I actually said instead of what it thought that I said. So that's number one. Make sure it says what you said, not what they think that you said. More often than not, it's only the odd word here or there or nothing at all. So when you've done that, the next thing you want to do is make sure, I don't want those words to be right in the middle of my face. I don't want them that big. I don't really want them there on screen. So you can move them around. So if you click on done at the top right-hand corner here, right now, if I just posted that, that's what it would look like on my stories. If I just posted that as it is right now. But I want to move that, I want to make it smaller for a start. So you can pinch it like you can with anything, you know, like a PowerPoint type thing. You can literally grab the text and pinch it like that and make it, see like that, making it bigger and smaller, and bigger and smaller. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller just by pinching it. That's all I did with my fingers. And then I want to move it to the left-hand side. So I don't want it right in the middle of my face like that. And again, you just press it and move it like that, like you would with anything. So I'm going to move that down here. Obviously, you wouldn't normally have this picture of me at the bottom. That's because I'm on Zoom. That wouldn't normally be there, right? So I'm going to move it down here to the bottom. Little watch out. Be careful. If you move it too low down, it'll go into the bin. Then you have to start again, right? That happens to me so often. I accidentally move it too low down and stuff goes into the bin. There's a little bin thing at the bottom. So if you do screw it up and you don't want it, you can just move anything down into the bin, by the way. You can just literally hold anything and put it in the bin at the bottom if you don't like the gif that you've put on or the words don't look right. Okay, so now I'm happy with the size and I'm happy with where it is. But you can actually change the font. I particularly like that one, but not everybody does. So let me just see if I can do this right. Yeah, so if I tap it again now, you see at the bottom here, there's the 4 little A's. So if you click each one individually, it'll change what it looks like that. So you might like that one. Now, it's moved it back into the middle, but when I click done, it'll put it back to where I had it before. So it's only moved it in the middle so that you can see it. So that's one of the options. You can have it coming up like that. You can have it coming up like this. Or you can have it coming up like that. So you can choose which one of those on your phone. Some people like that one, or you might like that one. The other thing you can do is at the top here, you can put solid behind it like that. So you can see that it's filled in the background, same as you do with any text that you would do on Instagram like that. You can also do it like that. So that's just tapping the A with the little stars on, which makes it clearer maybe if you don't want it to be able to see through the text. So that's what I had it like before. And there's that or that. The other thing you can do, the little color wheel on the left-hand side at the top there, you can click on that. Excuse me. Wait a minute. It won't let me click on that for some reason. It might be, oh there, hold on. It might be because I'm on Zoom, it won't let me do that. But normally, if you click on that little color wheel, you can change the text color, you can make it into pink or blue or red. So for example, sometimes depending on what you're wearing or the background, you might not be able to read the words. So you might want to make the words black instead of white. That's probably the only difference I do, but you could do pink or green or red or whatever you want. So make it the way that you want it. So that way there, all I've done there is press the little A with the stars at the top. So that's how you do captions. There are so many different options. You can still put GIFs on that. You can still do any of the stuff that you want, that you would normally do. And I'll run through some of those things on these training calls as well. I just want to pick one thing at a time. But captions, I think, is really handy because, as I said right at the start, if somebody's watching, like going through stories, especially, you click through them really fast, don't you? So with this one, if I have no captions on there and nobody's got the sound on, they won't know what I'm saying. But now I've put that on, they might just read a little bit of it and click on the rest. It just gives you a better chance that somebody else is going to read it. The other thing that I personally do generally on a story like that is I'll put a little title on it. So I would use the 2 A's at the top there and click on that. And I would add a little bit of text. So this one, I might put something like, quick team catch up or something. So I might just put that on the top just so that you can actually see that as well. Again, you can mess around with the font and stuff like that the same way that I did before. And that's it. And then when all you do then is you click on the little arrow at the bottom on the right. I'm not even sure that made any sense, but I'm going to put it on my story anyway. If I take it off. And that's going to then post it to my story. And it is simple. Any questions? Does that make sense? Easy enough? It's pretty easy to do. Everything generally is pretty easy when you know how to do it. But with those things, and I mean, there's loads of functionality that you can use, but I would just remember, you're trying to get people to watch what you're doing. If you're going to do a video, you want people to watch it. If you're going to do a story, you want people to watch it. If you're going to do a live, you want people to watch it. So the easiest way to get people to engage with what your stuff is, what you're talking about at the beginning, is for them to be able to find out a little bit about it. So it could be a title, it could be captions, like the title's really important, or like something that says what this is about, because as I'm scrolling through as the consumer of social media, why am I going to stop what I'm doing and come and interact with you? We all have that decision to make all the time. It's like flicking through the channels on the telly, isn't it? You keep flicking and you flick and you flick, and something catches your eye and you watch it. It could be anything. Well, social media is the same. We flick and we flick and we flick and we scroll and we scroll and we scroll, and something catches our eye and we go and watch it. Or so you see that, you know, Mary's live. I might go and watch that because I like Mary's live. Oh, Mary's talking about whatever the title of the live is. What does she mean by that? You'll never guess what I did today. People are nosy. They want to know, right? So give yourself a chance that someone's going to click on it and at least into it. Well, all you might have done was, I don't know, go for a walk. It doesn't really matter what the content of it is, as long as you're getting people to click on your stuff and interact with you a little bit. So that's it for this morning. I thought I would share that. I've got lots of little bits and pieces like that. That's a bit of a longer one, but I thought this would be a good time to practice it. If you have that functionality, start using it, would be my advice. If you don't have it, don't panic. Keep doing stories and stuff on your Instagrams. Keep using your Instagram. Make sure your Instagram and your Facebook are linked, because the functionality on Instagram and stories is so much better. Even if you don't really use your Instagram for anything else, the functionality and what it looks like and the structure and how you can mess about with it is so much better on Instagram than Facebook. That I just have them linked, and all my stories automatically go from my Instagram over to my Facebook. So definitely set that up and do that. Again, it's in settings, it's not complicated, it's really easy to do. Hope that helps a little bit. Let's do a little photo. Oops. I've done there, I don't know. Yeah, have a play about with it. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect, but just if you're going to do it, move it around, change the font, all that kind of thing, and just make it the way that you like it. What would you look at is a good rule of thumb. Okay, little picture. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do a little vid. Oh, Bonnie, hold on a minute. You weren't there for that one. Wait a sec. Going back. We'll do another picture. Sorry. Back 1 second. Oh my God. What am I doing here? 1, 2, 3. And then quick video if everybody's around. Oh, Catherine's in as well now. Yay. Fantastic. Sorry, I ran over a little bit. It was hard to fix that into 10 minutes, but hopefully it'll help you. And I think it's recorded, Karen, so I will send it out as well, so you can have a little rewatch as well. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy your Thursday, whatever you're doing. And I will back you tomorrow morning at 10 for who knows what we'll be sharing tomorrow. Could be anything. Bye for now.